So what up, everybody? I'm back here with another unboxing. It's not gonna be a long video, but I did wanted to unbox one of my newest locomotives that I purchased. As you guys know, I went to the Lumbar Hobbies warehouse clearance sale that they had last Saturday, and I was able to grab a few engines. What I really want, they didn't have, or it was there, but I got there, I think 15 minutes after 10, which is when they opened, and it was already a madhouse by then. So someone grabbed the scale trains, I think SD40 ICG in the orange and gray scheme that I wanted. It was either SD40 or SD40-2 or GP38. I saw it the day before, and I think it might be a Jeep 38, but scale trains made it for sure, and I was tempted to get. That's really all I wanted. But while I was there on Saturday, and I didn't see that, I was able to grab one of probably my most favorite model, or my most favorite road number or road name. Road name is what I'm trying to say. I couldn't think of what I was how to say it, but road name, which is no longer in existence. And if you know me, you know I love Conrail. So my first unboxing is of this new book. This is a Athearn Genesis SD60M. Comes pre-installed with Tsunami 2 DCC sound. Roll number 5516. And yeah, this is a model that EMD produced. And so just a little bit, I always try to give a little bit background history of what I know. The SD60 model was produced from the mid-80s, I want to say 84, 85, to the mid-90s. As you all know, Conrail went out of business, or was split equally between Norfolk Southern and CSX in 1999. So half these models, of which Conrail had 75 made by EMD of the SD60M model. You also have the SD60, then you have the SD60I as well. I don't know what the figures are for those, but they had 75 SD60Ms produced, and a good portion of them went to Norfolk Southern, and the remaining went to CSX in 1999 when they did the split. And so Norfolk Southern and CSX has since retired and scrapped all of these engines. I think one remains, which went to like a preservation museum around 2019 or 2016, something like that. So these were like a big staple. I love the Triclops version of these the best, which I know UP has some. I know I have a Sioux also SD60. So I know Sioux has some of these made. UP, Conrail, and Burlington Northern. And so like I said, none of them survive today. No one has SD60s anymore. And so let's do a unboxing. So I'm going to pause it while I take it out the package really quick. That way it takes too long to do it with one hand. So I got it unboxed. And so I got it like that, crisscross on the track, because I didn't want it to short out the power since the power is on. And I didn't want it to start up until I was done talking and ready to show the sounds. But it looks good out the box, close up. One thing I always loved about Conrail is those Mars class lights, the red ones. So I hope these operate, but it'll look like they do, but we'll see. It has the MU hoses and receptacles, front ditch lights, headlights, number boards. It looks like separately applied handrails. After always is the worst to me for handrails. They always bend, crack. A lot of times they be broken out the box. Fuel tank. Has the window shade. Now what separates these from the Cyclops had 3 windows. And these has the 2 wide cab windows. So the SD60s are like wide cab, and this is the wide cab version. Has the antenna array at the top. Radiator fan. Exhaust stacks. Like I said, fuel tank. Here's a look at the rear. So y'all can tell that those red lights are not operational. They're painted on. And so I actually have quite a few Conrail engines. Well, I have several. I have the Dash 8, the early Dash 8 that Conrail had, not the wide cab version. I have the SD70 SD70 regular, SD80 Mac. I have a Conrail switcher, Conrail caboose. I have more Conrail and Norfolk Southern engines in my fleet than any other road name. Those are my 2 favorite. But I also have a fondness for Kansas City Southern. I love that paint scheme as well. I just have it. I had one and someone stole it. I had an SD70 Mac KCS. And like I said, this is road number 5516. Let's put it on the track. I'm going to turn it the other way so we can see the lighted functions. I'm always clumsy, so I'm always afraid of dropping the engine. That's happened to me on a couple of occasions. I'll put it on this side. Okay. Looks good. It's a pretty good looking engine. I've always been fond of the SD60. Like I said, I really love the Triclops. And I know Norfolk Southern has SD60s currently, and which is called SD60E, which I have a couple of those as well. So let's start it up. So F0 turns on the headlight. F1 is the bill. F2 is the horn. F3 is the short horn. F4 is dynamic brake. F5 is the ditch lights, which are pretty dim, which I don't like. I've had this on some Wilder engines as well. I feel like they should be a little bit brighter. So when you press F2, Conrail always has their ditch lights alternating. All of the East Coast railroads do. Conrail, Norfolk Southern, and CSX all have alternate ditch lights. And none of the Western railroads or Canadian railroads do not. Although there were a few Southern Pacifics that had alternate ditch lights from, I think their tunnel motors had alternate ditch lights. I don't see F6 doing anything. F7 dims the headlights. F8 is sound. F9 is dim the sound. F10 is the notch up, automatic. F11 is brake release. F12 is brake select. F13 is the coupler. F14 is half speed and momentum override. F15 is handbrake. F16 is head in power mode, on or off. F17 is fuel loading sequence. And I think that's it. Everything else don't apply. Let's move it a little bit. Speed step 1. Speed step 3. Four. Five. Moves pretty good at speed step 5. 6. The prime mover starts to notch up at 6. 7. 8. Back to speed step 6. Speed step 11. Moves up again at speed step 12. Pretty good buy, especially considering that I only paid $135 with sound. Normally, this engine goes for $200 and I want to say 64. I think it was 264, 274 in Lumbar Hobbies. Then after taxes, you're at $300. Taxes are usually about $26, $27 or $260 some. So you're right under $300. It would have been lovely if those red Mars lights were operational. And I suppose you could put LEDs in them because they already look like they're pre-drilled. So I'm sure if I sent it to someone, they could put those lights in for me. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Are you guys a fan of Conrail? Big Blue? Conrail quality? Next time I'll do an unboxing of my other acquisition. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to make a comment. Have a good one.